Hello to Livestream and welcome to Livestream number 32. Oh man, I'm a mess tonight. Spent the day grinding and sawing and cutting up on my 66, so sorry if I'm all freaking messy. I gotta get organized here. I'm a freaking mess. All right, so the question tonight is, does the Silverado, seriously, I feel like I'm a kid. I'm like taking care of my kids now. Getting all my wife say anything. She didn't say anything at all. Wives. All right. The question tonight is: does the Chevy Silverado still look weird, polarizing? So I drove the 2.7 liter LT. It's on the YouTube. I uploaded it today. I had to do 2 uploads. I forgot to insert my name in the damn thing. It's crazy. So it's funny. The more you see a pickup, the more you get used to the styling. So what first looked weird can now not look so weird. And so that's the thing, things grow on you. There's things I don't like. Uh, I don't always like vehicles when I first see them, but I always give them a while to see if they're going on. So, hey, Brandon, he's planning on going to the San Francisco Auto Show. Ooh, is that a big show? I've never actually heard about it. Every city's basically got an auto show. I'd be curious your thoughts on rear seat ventilation there, Brandon. Mike, be the one. Hey, Tim, F the Silverado. So that sums up Mike's thinking for tonight. And thanks, Mike, for stopping by. Thanks for giving us your nice comments of wisdom. Yeah, appreciate it. He doesn't, no holding back on that one. I got asked today how the exhaust note was on a 2.7 liter from Chevy. Yeah, it's a small displacement engine. It's not going to make much noise. But, they don't pipe it in like they're across-town rivals. And new Raptor was out. They did an event where they jumped it, which I thought was hilarious because that truck has broken many times at jumping it. So I was not invited to do that. I probably won't get invited to do the Ford Raptor either, or Ford Ranger. I don't know. It's weird. Ford doesn't want to do a whole lot, so whatever. I got enough to go on. All right, so Dean, info from the show. I was planning on looking to see if the new Ranger has rear seat. You should do it, Brandon. Here's what we do: take a video. Just take a video of you walking through the trucks and talk about what's rear seats. I'll throw my badging on and I'll throw up on the channel. It'll be Brandon live from San Francisco Auto Show doing rear seat ventilation. Personally, I'm a big fan of the ball coolers. That went away. Have you seen those yet? Vents underneath the steering wheel. Yeah. Well, why they left? Dan the Mopar man. Dan has some thoughts today. Hey guys, so I hear they're talking more about that UGG 4-cylinder Silverado. What was GM thinking? Oh my god. So a few things. I think it's better than the 4.3 liter V6 to replace. What is 22% better torque and electric fuel pump, electric power steering, and so auto shut off, stop start. No issues, no concerns about losing AC, losing heat, and having a bear to turn when you go. So I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal, Dan. Actually, what's interesting is, all right, here's the backstory. I took the same video that CFL did about comparing the Ram, the Ford, and the Chevy. They had to do engines. I have the GoPros of that, but I lost my B-roll showing the cabins and the exteriors of the trucks. I don't know where it went to. I looked all around. I can't find it. It's on my phone. I swear to God, I took it. So I couldn't put up my video on that. So there you go. I do think it's better than the Ford with a 3.3 liter V6, which is their base engine. I thought the Ram was pretty good. It's that new V6 e-torque. First time I've driven that. Pretty smooth. That e-torque does help with auto start stop. Makes it less sucky, would be the word. Less terrible. So yeah. Hey, Mike. Saw the live check out here. Hey, cool. You got your hat. I saw who was it? Oh, he's a guy in this channel. I pick on him all the time. Johnny 5. Pick on him. That reminded me of Johnny 5. Funny how that works. Johnny 5 had my hat on his live stream yesterday, and I saw it, and in-laws were over, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. That reminds me. Make a note. Watch Johnny 5's live stream. Watch Johnny 5's. So I need to write that down. Johnny. Live stream. Let's see. I'm building a RAM as we speak online. I tell you what, they're good looking trucks and they drive really nice. That tradesman is really impressive. That tradesman. Hmm. Doesn't mean I'm buying one. Yeah, I build a lot of stuff too, and I don't. I recently made a purchase, fantastic purchase. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I bought a new fender brace for the rear fender, a fender brace, rear fender, right hand, left hand, rear lower door pillar, rear lower door pillar, right hand, left hand, and a front cab floor support. I bought 2 of those. Exciting times. LMC. Yeah. Turns out. Oh, guys. So, plan was to paint this week. That was the plan. Took off the rocker panel. Not gonna paint. Rust City. The bracket connecting from the cabin support going to the fender wall basically gave away. I had to grind and cut and grind and cut, and 66 not gonna paint this week. So I don't think it's gonna happen unless magically the Santa Claus has a reindeer going. And they get my packages earlier than I thought. But think about that. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5 parts, braces. I got 2 braces, and 10.5 inches of metal, and $184.50. Damn truck. Yeah, damn truck. All right, you guys are talking, and I'm ignoring you conveniently, which is probably pissing you off. Oh, I'm kind of low on whiskey too. Bad day overall. The Rams have rear AC vents, which is nice. They do now. To be honest, for a fair comparison, should have tested a 2.7 liter EcoBoost instead of the 3.3. I do agree with that. Chevy's point of view was that these are the base engines. And it is true. If you move up to the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, you're moving up from their base engine because they offer the base engine. So they're making the play that base engine to base engine to base engine, they have a better value. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. But here's the thing. I got to drive the LT, and it was great because I got to drive a base level. I talked to Chevy about this. There's criticism on the site. My site, Car and Driver, all of them. We all have the same criticism, is that readers come in, they say, why don't you guys drive the volume ones? Why don't you guys drive the ones that we're going to afford? And Chevy put up this chart. They didn't send it, bastards. But they said, get this. And we should do a quiz on this. You guys are kind of listening. You're talking to each other. But listen. Cue in right now. Focus right now. What percentage of half-ton truck sales are over $65,000? What percentage? Because if you watch these videos, you see I review all sorts of cowboy luxury pickups all the time, right? All the time. That's all I review. So what percentage out of the entire marketplace are $65,000 pickups and above sold, like overall? If you do 1 to 100, what percentage of 100 is that amount? I think I overly explained that. So if you don't figure that out, okay. I will get back to the answer because the answer kind of blew my mind a little bit. Sort of. All right. Hey, Dan. Dan's here. Well, Mike, what truck are you planning to buy then? Ooh. I know the Ford EcoBoost is powerful. I just can't get my head around buying a B6 truck. Yeah. I have issues with that too. I like the V8 sound too. And here's my thing that a little bit different than other people's point of view on this is resale value, right? So I always buy V8s with 4-wheel drive. That's what I want to always buy when I can afford it, because the resale value is better, in my opinion, on a V8 with 4-wheel drive because it has more of a range of people can be able to buy it. If you buy a 2-wheel drive V6, really kind of narrows down the amount of customers willing to buy that. So that's what I look at. I think resale value is higher on a V8 with 4-wheel drive. But yeah, Dan. Haven't seen you in a minute. We thought you fell off the edge of the earth. Wait, Dan, is it a flat Earth? So it cracks me up. Dan, I'm sure I love still on Tundra. Well, Mike, if you like the Tundra, keep it. Hey, Dan, the Willpower Band. I'm actually contemplating test driving an EcoBoost V6 F-150, an e-torque V6, and even that 4-cylinder Silverado. Given my opinions on all three, I would test drive the Titan and the Tundra, but I don't think the Titan and Tundra have a V6 option. Does the Tundra still have a V6? I am way behind my Tundra news. Titan, I think, has a V8. Chevy, the exclusive club. Can anyone dumb enough to buy one? Ooh. Called anyone dumb enough to buy one. Mike's a big fan of Chevy. Okay, Brandon, it's you. Hey, man, what's up? Dan, I have 18,000 on my Tundra, and it's 16. Lots of equity, so I'm thinking about switching. 80,000 miles. All right. Yeah, switch. You should switch and do a video. I'll post it. Mr. Bopar, a lot has been going on, working too damn much. My wife's family having 3 deaths in just over a month. It's been crazy. Wow. Good cow. Does the 4-cylinder Silverado even have enough power for rear AC vents? It's got 22% more torque than the V6 it replaces. You guys are hung up this 4-cylinder thing. It was funny. My friend I was driving around with in where we're at, Phoenix, he asked Chevy about their 4-cylinder, and they got pissed. They got pissed. It's a turbo. It's a turbo. I was like, it's 4-cylinder. The thing's small though. I feel like I could put it in my suitcase. All right. Anyways, I'd say 35%. Hey, Tim caught me by surprise tonight. Hey, Sean. So you're saying 35%. That's the number you're saying, Sean. I don't see. You guys aren't guessing. Come on. Type your guesses in. Percentage of vehicles of trucks sold all over $65,000. 100%. You see them all the time. They're on magazines, everything. We got one guess from Sean. That's lame. More guessing. Come on. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Working family first. Yeah. Dan's on Twitter too. That's how I see him. Have you been to Dan? How you been, Dan? How's the lady friend you're talking to? I'm so sorry, Dan. That's the only thing we can do. We can hear from your family. I feel like I'm at the bar with you guys. Right? We're just sitting here chatting about catching up at the bar. No Tundra has no V6. No Tundra or Titan. Yeah, I didn't think they did. So she told they're keeping the 4.3 liter V6, so they technically would be the base motor. No. It literally in their slideshow said replacing the V 4.3 liter. No, it's not. It's not. They literally said they're killing that engine. The 2.7 liter is going to be their base. Stop. Put your numbers in. I'm not seeing numbers. All right. So the argument now has become, this is funny. It's gone full circle from why would you buy a 4-cylinder to why the heck Toyota Nissan doesn't have a V6. Did you see that Nissan's Carlos Ghosn got arrested and fired? No, it's not, Brandon. They literally said they're killing it. It's kind of like 2.0 commercials. I actually I asked Carlos Ghosn a question once when the Titan came out. I don't remember my question, but I was right there. Nose to nose. Not a dude's going to prison. Maybe. Hooray, beard. Yeah, Dan. You got it, literally, when did Sean say his response? Oh, there's no timestamp on these damn things. The hell. Does anybody not have any more guesses? No. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. The number's going to blow your mind. Probably piss you off. I'll probably get comments later on this. I feel like Jeopardy theme. They said they're killing it. All right. He lied about his So he lied about his salary to the stock exchange, or was he trying to get away from taxes? I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing. And then he used company assets for his own. All right, Dan. Here's a question. Since Dan, don't drink too much whiskey, dude. Otherwise, you get too drunk. We don't understand you. Dan the Mopar man. I'm gonna switch back to you for a minute. I don't think you guys need to listen to me. You're having your own conversation here on the side. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about over here. You guys are all catching up like you never see each other. All right, Dan. Here's the question. This is all the whiskey I got. Settle down, guys. I have no magical bottles tonight. Look, how many pickups are sold for more than $65,000 across a calendar year, and you do a percentage? A percentage, like one, is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 50%? What do you think? Pickups sold over $65,000. Oh, Jesus. Now we're talking about my drinking habits. All right. No, Dan, Tim, I'm drinking, just starting to understand. Sometimes I watch myself doing the YouTube videos, and I think to myself, I think I just need a drink during my reviews. I don't know what shit I say. Seriously. All right, Dan's saying 35. Sean, you said like this is like Price is Right. Sean said 35. You guys are 35, 35. That's right, Brandon. So technically speaking, Ford should have bought 2.7 liter EcoBoost. Ram should have had the 3.6 with Eco. Guys, they told me that the 4.3 is being replaced. The 18s and 19s are being sold at the same time, though. Remember that. 18s and 19s sold at the same time. Chevy's not killing the 18s until next year. They're double producing the plant like Ford did. Yeah. 40%. Dan's at 40%. You're not supposed to go Price is Right. You go higher. You guys gonna be like 40.125, 40.7.5. This is crazy. Why do I feel like I can fit the 4.3 in the back of my Tundra and Crew Max? Yeah, you probably can. The 4.3 is no. All right. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a new. Maybe that's not the base engine anymore. Okay, fine. But they told me it was replacing the 4.3. That's what it said. 25%, 40%, 41%. All right, here he goes. Since you guys are done guessing, and Brandon's gonna googling like crazy. 2%. 2%. That's it. All those cowboy Cadillacs you see that I reviewed, everything else does over $65,000. 2% of all pickups sold. Oh, now Brandon's throwing down the links. I love when I piss him off. 2%. All right. Do you think Tundra was turbocharged next generation? Nope. Let's get serious. Nope, Tim. They do not, which is why their market share is so small. They don't build a vehicle that the public wants. Ooh. Are we talking? What? Oh, you're talking about Nissan. Yeah. I have thoughts on Nissan. Did anybody see that Nissan was over in Morocco doing a Titan drive, and it was like a Go Adventure? They drove all sorts of vehicles over there, like Armada and Titan. In Morocco, I don't know. It was interesting. It was cool. I'm glad that he did it. My friend had took really good photos, and she had a great time, and that's fantastic. But yeah, it does like that's all they advertise. But Chevy literally did the math. It was 2%. Okay, I'm looking at the build configurator because Brandon has to be right about this. So double cab would be base. Isn't the regular cab not out till next year? There's a bell on this. What's the bell say? Oh, I can't get the 4.3 with the 4-wheel drive double cab. I get in 2-wheel drive? Nope, I can't get it in 2-wheel drive either. It doesn't allow me to select it. No. I can't get a double cab with a 4.3. Sorry. And they're still selling their 5.3 liter V8. And they're still selling the 6. So without the diff, you know what it is? Ha ha ha, Brandon. I know what it is. I know what it is, Brandon. Fleet still gets the 4.3. Consumers. We're talking consumers, Dan or Brandon. Dan. We're consumers. Don't judge me. We're talking consumers. Consumers can't get it. The base engine for consumers is 2.7. Nana boo boo. All right. Seems like that's all they advertise. Well, that's why I see so many SR5s around. Yeah. So SR5 is the base model. LT is the base model. They were gonna submit a slide. It literally broke them out like percentage wise, but I want to say LT and LTZ for them was like 40 and 45%, somewhere in that range. Or not? No, sorry, can't say that high. 30 and 25 in that range because they have the base work truck, then they have a couple grades in between. So yeah. Don't worry about solar. It just means I got to go to take some math classes and get my score up so I can go back to school because my math score was too low. There's English classes too, Dan. You may need a period. Tim, what new half truck would you buy if you could only buy one new vehicle? People ask me that stuff all the time, and I don't know. I don't. So I like the trend in. I remember at TFL I asked this every 217. dude, the chart said they replaced. I don't know. Tell me what I know. They said the 2.7s are base engine. I like the trend in stock off-road pickups like the Trail Boss, the AT4, the Raptor, clearly, TRD Pro, Titan Pro 4X. I like that trend. That's great. I like full-size pickups. I love driving around. They're awesome. But for my lifestyle, I would probably take mid-size. But you said half ton, so you kind of got me cornered here. Vehicles I wouldn't buy, I probably wouldn't buy. Oh wow, that you see, I'm gonna piss people off if I say anything. I'd probably buy a Ram. Yeah, and I would buy it for the reasons of interior. Their interior just looks so darn good. It's like even in the base levels, it's so darn good. Their long-term reliability worries the hell out of me. It does. You go to any forum, and I'm seeing all sorts of stuff. Any forum, they just have lots of issues, and it's weird stuff too. And I'm not sure that if it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. I think people just have this opinion of them, and it's hard to shake that opinion. And it's like bullshit stuff, like pairing phones and stuff like. And I know every manufacturer has this. It's a BS thing, but it just makes me nervous. I own my Tundra. I liked it. I've owned Chevys. I like those. I just feel like Chevy totally punted on doing the interior, and I know that people that are Chevy fans will like the new truck, and I understand it. But I just feel like it's like, come on, guys. Interior, the battle for half ton supremacy is happening inside the cabin. That's what's going on today. It's not power. It's not horsepower. It's not torque. We're not having the torque wars anymore. Sure, it's all like fuel economy, in my opinion. Every truck's getting a lot of good fuel economy these days. I'm not really concerned about that. It's not the bed. I don't. Okay, it's inside the cabin. If you don't upgrade the inside of the cabin, I just can't do it. Oh, longevity worries me on us turbocharging. Yeah, it's harder to fix. That's damn sure. A lot more complex. More sensors that are never cheap, right? Whenever you replace a sensor that was like $10, those damn things are $200-$300. It's just crazy the price of those sensors. So yeah, it does concern me too. That's why I drive my Sweet 62 and I work on 66s, and I test drive the fleet vehicles. that's how that works. But it's hard to argue that trucks are not more durable than they've ever been and reliable. I mean, they really are. If you look at the numbers, the reliability of full size half ton trucks is a lot better than it used to be. A ton better than it used to be. If you haven't bought a truck in 10 years, you'd be shocked at the interior quality, the power to output, the payload capacity, and the reliability of those trucks. The problem is when something goes wrong, it's not cheap to fix anything on these things. They're really expensive to replace anything. So yeah. Yes, that's how I feel about Ram. I like the interior, but damn, that reliability makes me nervous. I agree. Chevy's new truck is ugly. I like the LT. I like the LT I drove, the blue one. There's a video on it. It's on the channel. You should watch now. Just watch it. Just click play. I did like the LT version. Tomorrow, tomorrow my review of the Trail Boss goes live. We went deer hunting, and so this is kind of we could talk about this if you guys would allow me to discuss this. This was a real quandary that came up later, Brandon. Look that up. I'm telling you, 2.7. This is a real quandary that came up. I went deer hunting with the hunting. I didn't say the G. Happy Thanksgiving, Brandon. Take care. Enjoy the show. Send me some video. I'll do it. Well, you know, I'm telling you, that's what they told me, point blank. Fine. Anyways, back to my story. Back to where I need your input here. I drove the Trail Boss, went deer hunting with it, and my quandary was whether or not to show the deer I had shot or harvested or killed. Throw your acronym in there that freaks people out. So I did. I said that they were not drunk. I I don't know, guys. I'm telling you what he told me. Anyways, so my question was, should I show the deer that I harvested in the video? Because there's all these anti-hunters now, but I kind of feel like I need to embrace this. I don't know anybody else doing truck reviews who's hunting with them as well, right? It's kind of a different thing, but I really used it. I mean, I really learned what 2-inch lift is, and watch it tomorrow. You'll know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna talk about hands a little bit. I'm gonna do those hand things, jazz hands. Anyways, so that's what I wonder about. Like, but so I put it in. I put it in. I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna own it, I'm gonna own it. I was a non-hunter for 38 years. I never hunted, and I thought, you know what? I gotta just go with it. If I'm gonna go with it, I'm gonna embrace it and go with it. Maybe I'll get some new fans who want people to show what really hunting's about. It's not. I don't know. I didn't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, had a stiff breeze thrown through the air, and I could smell the deer walking towards me. No, I literally drove around, found some deer, hopped in my truck, grabbed my rifle, and shot them. So it's not the great thing, and I got 50 sticks of sausage coming, summer sausage coming to my house, because I had so much deer, my freezer's full. So I mean, that's what it is, and so that's what hunting is. So I figured I'd just show it that way, and just talk about that way and see what's happening. So tomorrow is kind of a big video. It's kind of a really big video for me because I've never really shown. I've talked about hunting. I've written stories about hunting. I've pitched stories about hunting, but I've never really shown hunting and trucks really merged together. So you guys have to watch it. It's going to go live at 6 a.m. my time. It's just Mountain Standard Time, 8 a.m. your time. Check it out. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it's kind of gross. I don't know. I tried to be very tasteful about it. There's not blood. I tucked the tongues back in the mouth. I mean, I did that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's blood if you can look closely. But I went with it. I thought, I'm going to have to brace this. It's who I am. I want the meat. That's the story. All right. I wonder if the GM made executives who were drunk when they said that thing. Yeah, I know Fastlane said that. It's going away. It's not going away. Be very clear. It's not going away, but it's only going for commercial, not consumers. I tried to build one. I can't build one on this thing. It won't allow me. So it's got to be commercial. That's my guess, because I can't get it either way. On the configurator. I'm on the configurator. But I believe, if I remember right, the 4.3 and the 5.3 active fuel management will go in the commercial grade, and the consumers get the new ones. I'm not trying to go with Tim. I'm going with. I know. We're all told different stuff. I knew Chevy trucks like they tried to put some Impala in it. Fuck. All right, no comment on that one. And also, Tim, when you said Dan, which Dan? What are you talking about? You have to be Dan the Mopar Man, which is also myself, and Dan's. I'm trying to be clear about Dan's. You guys, Dan's and Dan's and Dan's. And I got a DCG, which is probably another Dan. But it doesn't matter. GM has castrated his Chevy pickup. The world is ending soon. The world is. Oh boy. All right. So the bison. Are you guys fans of the bison? I'm trying to move up here. I can't really move up. I like the look of the bison. I drove that as well. December 5th, folks. December 5th is the embargo. I can't talk about it. I thought it looked really good. So how's that castrated? All right. It's gonna be. I'm working on Dan. Hell yeah. Awesome. Kill them deer. Yeah. The same week I shot a deer, my friend in Michigan hit one of the car with his car. It was a Buick Enclave or something. It was like $12,000 in damage. Tim, the new Chevy, does it have the old Saturn 4-cylinder engines? Yeah, no. It's a new engine. It's turbo. You can't say 4-cylinder. It really pisses them off. You gotta say turbo. Turbo. I agree, DCG. When I heard GM came out with a turbocharged 4-cylinder half-ton truck, about fell off my bed. In my opinion, GM has lost their way, or they have completely mental, or something. Message retracted. DCG, damn cool guy. I like that one. But you screwed it up, Dan. Soderholm. Dan 2, not Mopar Dan. Your acronym's messed up. Also, almost got me a deer and a new car. She was huge. Need better headlights. Gotta go, Tim. Putting my son to bed. Oh, hey. Later, Mike. Thanks for being on. Thanks for having the hat. Enjoy it. Tell people I got 2 more left. It's late here. I'm sorry. I was having dinner. That's the story. I was having dinner, and I was like, it's hard to rush doing these when it's like dinner. Boys gotta eat. Yeah, man's gotta eat. Yeah, I should say man. I'm kind of not a boy anymore. I had to have some dinner, so that's the deal. So who's excited for a Kia? The chat's not blowing up on you guys. I got a Kia Sorento today for the week. There's no real chat about this Kia. I don't know what's going on here. Nobody's chatting about the Kia? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to go back to work. Yeah, the Kia. Nobody's excited about the Kia? I don't find anybody excited about the Kia. I don't know why. It's not a bad car. SUV. Yeah, SUV. Tell you what, since there's 2 people on here that have the same Dan, name Dan, how are you back to this Dan thing? How about you use Dan Solomon as Dan, and for mine, just use Mopar. Ooh, okay, Mopar. Or should I just call you Man? What's up, Man Dan? Dan Man. Man Dan. I don't know. I feel like I can't say Solderhome. Solderhome. Am I saying it right, Dan? Solderhome? Non-Mopar Dan? Tim, bite me. What are you? Did the grammar not see? Yes, I am. I'm a writer. It's kind of crazy. Tim, whiskey? Yes, it's whiskey. I get to test drive that Chevy Turbo Abomination. Drink up, man, drink up. It's not that bad. It's funny they hate it. I should have anticipated the hate from you guys on this because it was surprising. I had to drive it. The first O is a long O. Solderman. Solderhome. Solderhome. Okay, close enough. Is that the long O? Solder. 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 Could be worse. Could be like Keenan. Keenan. Whatever his name is. Let's see. Night early up tomorrow. See you later, Sean. Hey, Sean, make sure you check out that video tomorrow morning. Let me know. Is it too much deer kill? Is it not enough deer kill? I don't want to be like Mr. Hunter on this channel, but I do want to show, hunting. I thought I'm going to do this. It's going to be called Deer Hunting with the Chevy Silverado. I'm not going to show the deer I'm going to shoot. Let's see, it's kind of weird. Yeah, so DCG, I know Tim's right. Trying to numb the pain of driving the gun or something. Oh, boy. Okay, so for the 17th time, it wasn't that bad. You should drive one. Go drive one. Go to dealer lot. Are they in dealers now? What is it? It's November 19th. Should be getting close to dealers now. They probably blew through all their 5.3s, 6.2s. Yeah, go drive one. That's your challenge. Go drive one and tell me it's just abomination. It's not that bad. And it's got more torque than V6. More torque. Torque. Torque, 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 torque. Blood doesn't bother me. I grew up in a hunting family. Well, let me know. I go to bed. Have a good night. You have to get up early. But again, watch it, comment, email me, tim@pickuptrucktalk.com, whatever. I need some comments on this because the lions at the zoo need some meat. There's a lot of geese around here. I played a lot of golf. I don't like geese. I don't like geese at all. So kind of thought I'd go get me some geese this winter and feed the lion. And if I do that, I'll probably take one of these press lawns I have and go shoot some geese. So I need to know if you want to see me shoot some geese with a press lawn. Well, they have sunroofs. I'm sure that'd make it in the video. Okay. Later, Sean. I know I would Dan the Mopar Man. May try one. You need to try one. Try it. Mike the One, watch it, moderator or not. If you keep swearing like this, I'll block you. I'm serious, man. Knock it off for adults like that. All right, DCG. I'm convinced GM is unloading all the unused engines from the old Saturn plants in the oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, What do you do with these old engines? I know. Let's throw a turbo on it and sell it as a new engine. Good call. That's awesome. They probably are. Hey, how you get rid of these old set? Exactly. You throw a turbo on it. I guess pool cleaning men, kayakers, and wimps in general need a truck too. Um, funny story, DCG. Funny story is I interviewed a guy a couple years ago for a pickuptrucks.com article, and he had bought the new Ford at that time. Was it 2.7? I think it was he bought the 2.7 at the time, which is their new V6 small one. Picking on them too. And I asked him, I said, so why'd you buy this? You know, whatever. And he says he's a pool cleaning salesman in Louisiana. Again, pool cleaning. Maybe remind this. Pool cleaning salesman in Louisiana. And he said, you know what? I can't pull up to a customer's house in a car. It looks weird. They ask me questions. I have to pull up in a pickup so they think I'm I'm a really legit person, part of the business. It'd be like, calling a contractor over and having them pull up with like a Mercedes Benz. It seems kind of weird, right? But no, in this case, he had it, and he says, "I don't haul anything. The rear of my cab, and it's in a cab, is full of brochures for the company I work with, and so I got to pull these brochures. I sell them on cleaning the pool for whatever program we have. I call the guys up, they come out and they clean the pool. Literally, what he does. Yeah, that's what he does. That's what I need to pick up. I guess it's better than putting it in landfill." Back to the engine. Well, if there's a battle for half-ton superiority in terms of cabin, the Ram wins hands down. It was even named one of the best interiors by awards. Mopar man, you are spot on. There's just no question. DCG, true. Here's a real question: 4-cylinder full size or a Colorado? See, I have a problem with that. Soder home. Here's my problem: is that I don't believe that I'm getting to it. Settle down over there, you fast in the keyboard guys. I don't believe that a mid-size truck customer is cross-shopping between mid-size and full-size. I think they're different customers these days. I think they are. I don't think that anybody's going, wow, I really want a mid-size, but for the money, it's cheaper to better to get a full-size, so I was going to buy the full-size. So I think if you're looking at buying a pickup for the money, you're just going to buy full-size anyways. I think you're buying a pickup for capability and parking in your garage and how it fits your lifestyle, I should say. I think you're buying a midsize, and midsize or full size. I think you're staying to that. I just don't think people are cross shopping. I don't think that they're cannibalizing sales as much as they led to be. Whatever. I don't think they're going to be cannibalizing sales, because I think on paper it makes no sense to buy a midsize pickup. On paper, it really doesn't, right? If you did the math and figure out, whatever you can pick up. But I think that if you're shopping for lifestyle and shopping for capability, I think for a lot of people, it makes a lot more sense to buy midsize. So there's my point of view. Colorado has more balls than that. Think fail. Johnny, I saw you did the hat thing yesterday. I'm sorry, I was busy with family. I wrote a note. It says, watch Johnny 5 live stream right here. I'm gonna watch it. As close as price could be. Just saying. Yeah. Funny thing is, I've owned 3 GM vehicles and 2 Chrysler vehicles, and I've had better luck reliability wise with Chrysler vehicles tonight ever did with GM. Yeah, I hear that stuff too. And I've known lifelong Ram and Dodge Ram, then Dodge Ram fans and Ram fans, and then sometimes it's like they get really good luck. But I have learned this is once you get burned, boy, you get burned, and brand loyalty is out the window. That's what I've learned. Oh my gosh, Tim, OMG! Enough. Who gives a crap if it's 2.7 and 4-cylinder, 4.3 liter V6? They both suck, and suck it. One of them can sell to save their lives. Mic drop, right there, Mopar man. I really don't know. Johnny 5. And a 2.7 liter turbo inline 4 probably will not do any better than the 4.3. I'm just telling you what I know. I know I drove it, It drove pretty fine. It had some good power because it hits the net torque at 1,500 to 2,000 RPMs, and so just takes off. That's what I know. And the truck is 400 pounds lighter and a little bit bigger, so it kind of makes sense. All right. LOL, it's a short one just to show off the new subwoofers and amp in the Tundra. Dude, use the hat. I got to watch it. LOL, Dan. What's up, Johnny 5? You're late to the party. It's called a 4-cylinder Silverado bashing party. It kind of turned out to be that way. And I wasn't trying to get that. Hello, sir. Tim, who gives a crap if you showed a deer or not? There's no shame in showing what you just killed. Let all the liberals cry all they want. I thought I've been kind of trying to be nice about and play both sides, but and I've voted Democrat many times. I've said many times, but I'm kind of just done with this whole like anti-hunting movement. It's dumb, and I was not a hunter for 38 years. I didn't hunt, and I just think it's dumb. I think the whole thing's dumb. So one of the things in Hunter's Ed I took when I was 38 was that it said if you had a gun rack in your pickup, to take it down, because the gun rack in your pickup would infuriate anti-hunters. And I read that, and I was like, bullshit. Nope. So gun rack stays in suite. Not really usable. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of a tough to use the gun rack in pickups. I've learned that. And so I just kind of, I leave it in there. It's dumb. I don't agree with that at all. So I don't keep a gun in it because it's a chance to get stolen. That's the biggest thing. It like wear on the barrel, wear on the butt of the gun, and then people would steal your guns. That's why nobody uses them anymore, and they rattle like hell. I mean, that's a gun rack. All right, the 4.3 has been along for a long time. Are you still on the 4.3? Soderholm. That's true, man. I think the 4.3 has been on way longer than I've been alive, and I was born in 85. 85. That was a good year. Good joke for y'all. What's the best loop for guns? What is the best loop for guns? I'm curious. Yes, in both accounts. I completely agree. 4-cylinder full-size pickup is dumb. That would be as bad, if not worse, than buying a Ridgeline. Oh, Ridgeline hate comes out again. All right, it's not that bad, and it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder. And the Ridgeline's not that bad either. The tears of liberals. Oh, God. Okay. I was thinking like KY or something, but you gotta go there. Go there. Yeah. So hunting video tomorrow. That's the big news we're talking about. Big news, Johnny 5. I put a video up of deer hunting with a trail boss. Oh, and you get to see my kids and my brother. My brother was out, so he's up in the video. People think we look like twins. I'll let you decide on that, and I'll let you decide who's better looking. Yeah, so it should be interesting. Dan the Mopar man, I do apologize. I have a couple beers and I was just trying to have some fun. Yeah, I do support hunting and conservation. Dan, I'm sorry, man. I had to say it. It really did. Then again, I'm a Republican from Idaho. You, sir, had the state with the was Idaho or Utah with the teachers that dressed up as people at part of the wall. I just saw that and I was like, oh, you can't do that in today's world, knuckleheads. I was just in Idaho. We had the video went live last week with we were off-roading with the vintage Land Cruisers. That's the deal. Vintage Land Cruiser off-roading. I thought it came out all right. I would have liked to done better video. I always want to do better video. I can never make it work. It's a one-man show. It's really hard. I've got one order for work. Crew cab, center bed, LT, and Havana metallic. Oh, Travis is joining in. Travis. So Travis, what engine did you opt for? Because we have this ongoing bash hating of the 2.7 going on, which isn't that bad of an engine. Actually, kind of favor your husband. Are y'all kin somehow? I don't know. No problem. Might be the one. You got to be careful what you say on the live stream. Don't want to block you. Nobody else wants to block you, but you got to be careful what you say. Nice, Travis. Travis has a 5.3. Ha! So, Travis, did you not opt for the 2.7? Did you drive the 2.7? Come on. I want to know details. I have one early day tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I will keep drinking. I feel like I'm that most interesting man in the world. Keep drinking, my friend. Watch the video, DCG. Please watch it tomorrow morning. I don't really beg that much about videos, but I want to know some really good feedback on that one. And I do like the one. I was born on hunting. I was raised on hunting. And if you're an Idaho native and you weren't raised on hunting, nothing wrong with you, or you were not. You were sheltered. Yeah, Idaho's a big hunting state. Idaho's gorgeous, by the way. Hidden gem. I was over in what's the name of that town on this side of Jackson? Oh, I can't remember that town. I get it. Just trying to play the town. Interesting fact: one Republican slave owners in America before, during, after Civil War. The slave was inherited through his wife when he was a Democrat. He then freed said slave and switched to Republican. I always think it's interesting people bring up like political parties like 19 or 1860s. We had the Whig Party too. Like those are like so beyond today's world. It's interesting. That wasn't us. It was probably Utah. They're crazy like that. No, we were in. Where was I at? I was in Idaho. I was in across from Jackson. Jackson Hole. People say, but it's not really. It's the thing. Did Travis answer? Travis didn't answer. Really beautiful part of the country. We ordered them. All right, here we go. We ordered them fleet with the 5.3. It was an optional upgrade from the 4-cylinder. Look, the power band of the 4-cylinder is pretty cool, though. Wonder if it feels like diesel. I think it's faster than diesel. I think it's because the torque kicks in at 1,500, 2,000 RPMs. So I guess you would be like diesel, but you don't. Yeah, that's a good question. Good comment, Travis. I didn't think about that more. I'd have to drive maybe back to back because I know they got a 3-liter diesel coming out next year, and that's gonna be interesting. That is an interesting thing. I don't know. But I will tell you, it's pretty quick offline. It was an enjoyable drive. We also have a Democrat Republican Party back then as well. Yeah, we did. We had a lot of weird parties. Like people bring up facts like they're like, well, Lincoln, like he was a Republican and he voted against slavery. We're talking like 145 or 150 years ago. It's a different world. Didn't have like running water in most places. Good evening, Travis. How are you doing? The reviews are saying it's more responsive than the 5.3 8-speed turbo combo. Yeah, I would think it would be a pretty easy thing to say, just because it's quicker off the. Like I said, the way that when it kicks in, it's feeling faster. The 5.3's got more power in it though. When you get above 3,000 RPMs, it just there's more to put down for the foot to the floor. You get more power there in that band. But yeah, off the line, I would say 2.7. I guess I didn't really in my video. I didn't really compare them. Maybe I should have. It's just hard to know. Like when I do video reviews, especially on this channel, I don't want to go more than 15 minutes because I get bored. And it seems like some people want to go 30, 45 minutes, and I just can't handle that. So it's hard to know what to talk about and what to kind of focus on. And maybe if I had a 2.7 and a 5.3 at the same week, I could do like back-to-back kind of stuff. I don't know. Arizona. It's not two separate parties work together though. Was it two separate? I don't know. It's 150 years ago. Johnny 5. I definitely want to see all 3 half-ton diesel trucks go head-to-head, especially for longevity. Longevity is so hard to do though in testing. You just can't. I would like to see that too, but the Eco Diesel is supposed to get refreshed because Ram was talking about how it's an older engine now. Maybe that's because they're saying that they're getting beat. They're going to get beat. What I'm surprised about this may surprise me, is that my Ford diesel video I did on the half-ton diesel, the what do they call it? The Power Stroke, the baby Power Stroke. What do I call that damn thing? It's the half-ton diesel anyways. 3-liter Power Stroke, I think was what it was. Has not done that so well on that channel. Nobody's watching it on this channel, which I thought was interesting. For most people, the 2.7T is perfect. Oh, Dale, hornet's nest in this channel tonight. Hornet's nest. People are going to tear you apart. It's been like shots fired. I've been like, choo, 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 choo. Mike the One, Arizona, huh? I actually have family over there. Phoenix, it's Gilbert, it's the area that we live in. Mopar, man, I'm telling you, I was in Idaho. It was worth Driggs, Idaho, where they do the legacy power wagons. I've been getting torn up about my video on that, which I threw together last minute. People are not happy with my video on that. Mike the One, I would like to visit AZ, but if I do it during the winter because it's too darn hot to go there in the summer. I would actually like to go to Arizona during the summer. I've been there in the winter a lot, and in the winter I was there last week. It was 74 degrees. It was kind of chilly every day. How does 8-speed feel with a 5.3? I haven't driven one. I'm coming from a 2015 Ford F-250 with a 6.2. Let me think about how to answer this right. So the 5.3 and 8-speed, for me, it's plenty of power and it's smooth. You can't really feel the shifting. I couldn't feel the shift. Transitions, shift positions. What do I call it? I felt it was really smooth, really well balanced. I didn't tow with it at all, but it's the same as the other 5.3 was. And I've towed with that. It was fine. And I mean, it's fine. You can't really feel the shift points. That's what I'm trying to say. You can still feel them a little bit. It's not as smooth as you'd want it to be. The 6.2 though, with the 10-speed, which I think GMC offers it. Only way you can get that in Sierra. That is fantastic. That's like driving a damn electric car. It's torque on the pedal. You just hit it and go, and you can't feel it at all. So 2015 Ford F-250 with the 6.2, you're going to feel like it's going to be faster probably because that 6.2 has a lot of torque, but it's set up for towing a little bit more. So this would be a little more, it's going to be a little bit quicker, I think. You're going to find it going to feel a little bit less powerful than what you would imagine it because it doesn't have the same amount of torque, I believe, if you did the numbers. I think the 6.2's got a lot more torque than the 5.3. And plus it's a 3/4 ton. So the Silverado is going to feel lighter and it's going to feel faster. Well, because it is lighter, it's going to feel faster than what you've typically done. But I don't think it's going to feel like it's going to have as much power as you're used to with the Ford. That's kind of my educated guess. I mean, it's anybody's take. I mean, some people get in and they go, "Oh, it's more powerful, more than that." I was sitting in a bar in Hawaii, and the guy was telling me about how he switched from the Toyota Tacoma to a Ram 3/4 ton with the Cummins diesel because he wanted more power off the line. Yeah, could not believe it. And I was sitting there with the head of PR with Toyota and Lexus. That was a really awkward conversation. J5 is the man. The 5.3 is great, though. I own a 2015 Sierra base 4x4. Yeah. The new 5.3, I mean, they just changed the fuel management part of it, and you can't tell. GMCs are not bad as long as you don't keep them past 100,000 miles. For some reason, after they start falling apart. 95. I have an interesting point. He's like, doo-doo-doo. Calling me, teacher, calling me. Don't read out loud. Why are I haven't seen all of my calls. Get upset with me. So Jenny 5, I was in Georgia. Oh, about a decade ago, and I saw my first colored white people only drinking fountain about 10 years ago. So I don't know. You guys had it going on down there. My last Chevy half ton was a 98 K1500 with a 5.7 350. Welcome to 2018. It's been 20 years. Wow. Huh. Yeah, I mean that would be the fuel injected 5.7 350. Yeah, that's Stalworth engine, but you'll find that it's much faster. It's much quicker. These engines today are just faster. Like I have my 283. I have a 283 V8 in my 62, and it's slow. It is just slow. But I mean, that's the way trucks were built back then. So it's so much faster. Well, many GMs pass 300,000 miles. When we get sunburnt, we get red, then brown, then turn white again. White folks, the real colored folks. Just my 2 cents. So I have a friend from Barbados I play golf with. He's black or colored. What do you want to call him? And we have a great time. We play golf, all that kind of fun. And we always make racist jokes. It's kind of funny. White people are dumb. And then we just do some like weird stuff. Like, here, hold my beer. I'm gonna light this. I'm gonna light this fire with my lighter fluid can. Right? We do that stuff all the time. Oh my god! I burned my eyebrows off. Well, dumbass. That's true, Johnny. I understand why they call black people color people turn more colors than black people do. Well, it's because European supremacy. Well, Dale, I don't think it's GM vehicles, but I've had 3 of them. Each one once started falling apart at 100,000 miles. Can you tell me how much difference the sport mode and the new GM trucks makes? I can't tell you scientifically. I can't tell you torque-wise and horsepower-wise. It just changes the transmission shift points a little bit and gets you more power quicker. So in the Trail Boss, which goes live tomorrow, I don't think I made a big point about it because it's not really something I make a big point about. And I got 2 reasons for this. I got 2 reasons. So first of all, in sport mode, you're quicker off the line and you're quicker for passing, right? So everything's a little bit quicker. You don't have as much. I mean, you're staying in first gear, second gear, third gear a lot more than you are getting into what is it, 8th gear? Yeah. So you're staying in a lower gear set. It's forcing the engine to lower gear set to get you more torque. So once you get to 8th gear, I mean it's 8th gear. I'm not really that big of a difference. But so that's what my point is. It's okay. Second point of view is that on the center console, so steering wheel, and I'm gonna do my left hand here, it'll be right hand to you, is it's over here. And I'm gonna go off the screen here a little bit because it's over in the corner where the tow haul button is, it's like a little dial switch. It's in the weirdest part of the vehicle you can place it, and the reason I say that is because you forget about it. Like I drove on the launch program in Jackson, and I forgot it existed. And then I drove with my brother. We spent like 20 some hours in this pickup over the weekend and driving it. And I had forgotten about the sport mode button until like the last day. Because it's not prevalent. It's not something I would actually choose to turn on. It's to me, it's not a great feature. They have not built it as a great feature either. And there's no marketing behind it. It's just like, hey, let's put a dial up. We need a tow haul button with a dial instead of a button. So I don't know why. And let's do something else. And they're like, hey, let's do sport mode. And they just, that's a good idea. Let's do it. And the group thing gets together. And to me, it's useless. And you feel faster. You feel like you're going to see a little bit more. But I don't know. You got to remember to turn it on. What makes you say, sure? Okay, Tim, you've convinced me. I'll try that. Ostentatious. Ooh. Ostentatious. Force it's turbo 4. Turbo. Just my arm. Do it. I'll see what the fuss about. It's not that bad, Mopar man. No kidding reason. What about the Chevy 2.7 liter versus the Ford 2.7 liter? Last Star Foster. Huh. I'd love to answer that, Last Star Foster. I've never driven a 2.7 liter. Sorry, I haven't driven it. So yeah. I would imagine, if I were to theorize about this, that they're going to be pretty similar because they're both turbocharged 2.7 liters. Dan the Mopar man, you're a traitor. Dan fell asleep until my tablet hit me in the head. Later, I'll watch and comment on the video tomorrow. All right, Satterholm, go to bed. Mopar man, oh, trust me, Dale, I can resist. I can resist quite a bit. I currently have a Pontiac G6 right now. That thing's been a thorn in my side since I bought the damn thing. I added damn as a darn. I hope you're okay with that. Satterholm, dude, if you fall asleep, man, go to bed, get some rest. I will try to be 6 p.m. next week. I'm seeing you guys are falling asleep. I don't want to do that guy. Jenny, what do you mean I'm a trader? I prefer Mopar as opposed to GM. G6 is old school GM. Ooh, new GM versus old GM. I should do some bonus because last week my internet dropped out. Like I was doing it and we were having a good time. And that's what happened. I'm looking at my box right now. My box and we had lost internet for like a half an hour. That's literally what happened last week. So you guys were commenting and I guess I went blank. So I don't know what face I was making. Maybe I don't know. It was everywhere. Mopar man, trading that darn dead. Take care. Have a good rest of the weekend. Have Thanksgiving. Blah bless. No, Johnny, I'm just gonna test drive one. See what all the fuss is about. Doesn't mean I'm actually gonna buy one. I'm a Mopar. My veins. I eat, sleep, and breathe Mopar. So Dan, Mopar man, do you call them Dodges or Rams? Jenny 5 has the most badass Tundra I've ever seen in a while. Plus, your knowledge of motorcycles blows me away because I know nothing about motorcycles. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there and like do a motorcycle driving thing with Jenny 5. I haven't driven a motorcycle in years. I just bought a GM because I had no choice because the car I had was a piece of trash. Hyundai started capping out on me as soon as I had to buy it. A vehicle quick, fast, and in a hurry. Stupid text to speech. I screwed up the last time I'm talking to Johnny. I was about to say I don't plan on buying a 4-cylinder Silverado more power through and through. We kind of get the point. Plus you're probably drinking. I agree. We as white folks should not be really do the survival of the fittest. We really dumb shit. You're dead. Why is that? I don't know. We're dumbasses. A 2-story. My last Mopar vehicle was a Dodge Caliber that sucked last beat. 250,000 miles, had no engine, no transmission issues. Not race bashing, just a valid point of view. It is a valid point of view. We're dumbasses. Drake's a pretty good area. It is a great area. Drake's is phenomenal. Red wheat. I remember I took a photo of red wheat on my Instagram somewhere. It was just crazy how cool that was. In the F-150, the sport mode makes a huge difference. It is unleashed. 5.0 6-speed. Yeah, I could see less speeds. And with a 5.0, I can see that. I didn't notice it. I mean, I guess you could probably make the same assessment, Dale. You probably could, but like I said, I forgot about it. I literally forget that feature exists because of the placement of the knob, and because maybe here's the deal, Dale. I might be getting older, and I might be driving slower these days, and I may not need that sport mode. Just saying. I'm not driving Miss Daisy slow, but I'm not as quick as I used to be. Not as good as I once was. As good once. Well, was. I was southern around the Napa Meridian, Boise. I'm about half hour away from capital of Idaho. I flew out of Boise 2 months ago. Boise was awesome. I got first class. Just kidding, Dan. Anything less than that, I'm just joking at my house. Tim, you do not want to be in Arizona summertime. You'll rust. I know I have a cousin that lives there. They like Idaho better. I think you just switch around, right? So instead of being indoors in the wintertime, you're indoors in the summertime. That's what I heard. Or go out really early. Johnny, you and your Tundra. So Johnny, when you're following around update Tundra, it's been around like 100 years. I realize when you say old tech. All right. The last Silverado I tested had a 5.3 V8 8-speed, and it felt like I was driving a dump truck. You should do reviews. Oh, trust me, Johnny. I've driven the Tundra. I got to be honest in terms of comfort and overall livability. The Ram, whoops, the Tundra. Just saying. Rams used to be the death trap and crash test. They did. New 2019s are much better though. That 2019 is just phenomenally better in every regard. That was a grand slam. No doubt about it. Hey, Dale, have you ever tried the F-150 with 5-liter and a 10-speed? Major difference. Man, that I don't even know where the F-150 is at these days. Honestly, they make so many changes so quickly to that truck. It's hard to keep track. I do agree the Ram is pretty sweet. The new one looks sharp. If it was not for the Tundra, I would have a Ram. No joke. I'm concerned about the sport mode because the factory transmission algorithm is way too lazy in most vehicles and set up for fuel economy, early shifts, soul sucking. Yeah. And there's certain vehicles that I've driven that sport mode is the only way to drive them, just because they're so terrible offline. And I didn't feel that way with the Silverado. I didn't feel like I needed sport mode on all the time. But I hear what you're saying. There are certain vehicles that are just awful. Then sport mode, you turn them on, they're just fantastic. Let's put it this way, Johnny. I tested the Tundra and tested the Ram. The one thing that Tundra has on the Ram is reliability. That's pretty much it. I'd like to get a 5.0 10-speed when I get my next work truck. You guys know why I don't drive a Ford? Waiting, Johnny. All right, this is it. Johnny's going to answer. I'm going to call it good night. Actually, the 10-speed on the Ram Ford is a 5-liter F-150. It's actually pretty good. I tested one. I was really surprised because I don't suck. Am I getting it right? All right. That's it. On that note, we're going to end this live stream. Thanks for being along. Thanks for playing along with us. Thanks for discussing the 2.7 liter so intensely. All right. I will be on next week. More fun. I can tell you about the Kia and whatever news coming up. Always lots of news coming out. And thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.